For my 50th video, I tell the story of a model I'm attempting to build for the 2023 Acme Southern Nationals NASCAR theme. Will it make it? We shall see. After the CKM Summer Classic show, I moseyed on down to the NASCAR Hall of Fame in Charlotte. It was much better than I expected, with many interesting exhibits, but there was one exhibit that really left an impression on me. I really thought this exhibit, showing a stock 90s Grand Prix on one side and Richard Petty's Racer on the other, was a pretty cool display. Even the interior was cut right down the middle, with the passenger side being stock and race car on the driver's side. It was built by the GM Engineering Center and appeared to be based on a factory streetcar. In a previous Stash Ad video, I showed this STP Grand Prix and said I was going to build a Richard Petty with a twist. What I didn't show was I had this Revell Pontiac Grand Prix SE, and I was going to see if I could build a 25th scale version of what I saw at the Hall of Fame. This would be a challenge, since the Acme show was only a month away, and I had a few other distractions along the way as well. It was time to cut. After the body side was cut off the AMT kit, I was surprised how nice it fit the Revell kit. It was supposed to be a stock car, right? I chose to use the hood and trunk lines to keep the splice hidden the best I could. The roof rail was used to hide that seam. The party continued into the interior. I just sliced the stock interior tub right down the middle. For the race interior, the front clip was deleted, and then it was cut down the middle. Then it was on to figuring out how to make all this fit back together. But first I needed a distraction. Talladega, baby! Saturday night on the infield boulevard. Fortunately, I made it out alive and was ready to see the sights and sounds that is only Talladega. After that diversion, it was back to piecing the Grand Prix back together. After the grind, prime, sand, and repeat 47 times, here it is on October 12th. And I've still got a fairly complicated paint job still to do. To replicate the red trim stripe seen on the stock SE, I made a custom decal and printed it on white paper. For the Petty side, I had to chance it by using the kit decals. I built this AMT Petty kit when it was first released in 1990, and remember it was decal challenge then. This time I only had to do half of it though, which would be easy, right? Nope, not at all. To keep things somewhat simple, I used Tamiya aerosols for this project. The body was first painted with pure white, then the stock side was masked off and thin coats of fluorescent red were applied. I was very impressed with this color as it went on very glossy, unlike other fluorescent colors I've used. Finally, the red was masked off and the light blue was applied. Since this was planned as a curbside model, not much attention was applied to the underside. I did make sure it had a custom dual exhaust though. A few days before the Acme show, the 50/50 Grand Prix is complete. I really wish I had taken a few more in-progress shots of this model, but other than the paint and assembly, there simply isn't much to it. I'll consider it a proof of concept model. The passenger side captures the look of the stock Grand Prix SE pretty well, while the driver's side mimics Richard Petty's 1990 Daytona 500 car. The vintage decals were very transparent. Fortunately, I had an extra set and did the tedious job of doubling them up. I guess that adds up to decaling a whole car. I found that the Revell stock glass fit quite well after all the body surgery. It was carefully masked with bare metal foil to add the black trim around the edges. And that's the story behind the 50/50 Grand Prix. I hope you get to see it in person at the Acme Southern Nationals. And if you're there, be sure to say hi. If you can't make it, please like, comment, subscribe. You know what to do, because I have all kinds of model car stories to tell. Thanks for watching. You're still here? I guess you thought I'd spin this one around. I think this is the best way to see it.